Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, bringing you an updated guide to how to beat the late game Chosen camps. These are the huge camps of a mix of Chosen, Reavers, Beastmasters, Armored Unholds, and Drummers. These are the new late game content added by the Warriors of the North DLC, and they're probably becoming one of my all-time favorite fights. The initial guide video I released with them, released describing this fight, ran into some issues with I didn't really have the fight solved, so I was talking about the progress I'd made, the problems I'd come into with fighting these fights, and since then I've gone back and kind of reworked a couple builds and thought about the types of solutions that might work for this fight and found stuff that I'm pretty happy with. So a couple things to talk about in this fight. I'm now bringing a few new builds to the fight, as well as a couple differences in gear. Archers have been very bad in this fight. Archers are great versus Reavers, but they're very, very terrible versus Chosen. This is pure Archers. And they're not so great versus Unholds. They're vulnerable to positioning issues, and they just don't do a lot of damage versus anything with decent armor. But there's a build of the Archers included in my updated build guide that uses basically throwing weapons in addition. So the Archers become Archers plus throwing duelists. And those have been very, very effective versus Chosen, particularly heavy throwing javelins, which are a barbarian weapon that you can get from farming Reavers or Chosen to pick up for yourself. And that weapon has a very high amount of body damage, like HP damage, while ignoring a high percentage of armor, which means that you're able to kill the Chosen through their armor in a way that bow shots just don't. So that has been a very, very nice addition. That combos very well with big two-handed weapons. Big two-handed weapons already do a fair amount of HP damage directly through armor, so you don't have to kill all of the armor before you can kill Chosen, which means your hits to kill goes way down, which means your efficiency and speed at which you kill them goes way up, which means they get less attacks on you. The second kind of adaptation I've done, armor and build-wise, is I've picked up fur paddings. I didn't really like this attachment before. This is a attachment added with the Beast DLC. It's an armor attachment you get from killing dire wolves and unholds, the white unholds, to get the white unhold fur. And when you combine them and put them on an armor, what it does is it reduces the amount of damage that you take directly to your HP. So the HP ignoring, the armor ignoring portion of a weapon, in other words, the part of the weapon that does direct HP damage despite the amount of armor you have, is reduced. This is really important versus Chosen with Battleforged Brothers. Battleforged Brothers, even with 80 or 90 HP, even with Colossus, if they were getting hit by a Chosen hit, especially a Chosen Axeman or a Chosen Hammerman, were often still taking a wound, and often the tier 2 severe type of wound that was particularly debilitating for your guys, which would do, you could get a severe concussion from being hit with that, or you can get a severe concussion's a headshot. That doesn't actually change. More on that in just a second. Or you could get something like pierced leg muscles, which is minus melee defense. Big deals, right? If the Chosen hit you a couple times, you were always taking wounds on each hit, and often the wounds would basically knock you out of the fight. Prior to this, I was running bone plating in these fights, and I still think bone plating is decent in this fight, particularly on Nimble Brothers who don't have the issue with taking wounds from HP damage. But javelins do a lot to make bone plating less good. It's not quite as good if a bone plating takes a javelin hit and doesn't take a Chosen mace hit, right? So part of this was my frustration with bone plating not being great in this, and part of this was I needed an answer to the Chosen's insane HP damage. And the padding has done a wonderful job of that. Running padding at least on your tanks, or at least on the people who are expecting to get hit a couple times by Chosen, and particularly on the brothers who have Battleforged instead of Nimble, seems like a very nice adaptation to dealing with the high piercing damage of the Chosen. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is positioning in this fight. That has changed a lot for two reasons. The first is that now that I've kind of broken this fight down and figured out what the deal is with this and how to deal with the Chosen, the biggest fight in this threat is actually the Unholds. Not because of their damage. Unhold damage is pretty weak, but because of the disruption Unholds do to your line, particularly white Unholds. The normal Unholds, armored Unholds, are basically just the swamp Unholds with a very small piece of armor, and they're very killable. You can kill them quickly if you want to, although I don't actually recommend spending the time to do it. But the armored white Unholds are like super orc warriors. They're like 400 armor plus insane amount of HP and ridiculous HP regeneration. And if you focus fire them first, you will lose because it takes too long to kill them relative to how much damage the Chosen are putting out. So really what you need to do is contain them, because if you ignore them, they get on your lines, knock your people around, you can't position correctly, they get on your back rankers, they get on your archers, they just throw you around to a point that's absurd. And if you can't kill them, because it takes too long to kill them first, so really what you need to do is ignore them in a way that doesn't allow them to disrupt your team. For me, this results in basically two strategies. This particular playthrough here, this particular fight was really nice. On their first turn, they moved up, and they moved up in two packs of 2. You're going to see between 4 and 6 of these in the late game chosen camps like this. And the goal is to get the unholds as clumped up as possible, and then I like throwing a mega in front of them, a brother designed specifically to tank with a shield, with Indom and Adrenaline, so he can basically permanently, between Indomitable, Adrenaline, and Recovery, can permanently run Indomitable, so he never gets knocked back by the unholds, and therefore the unholds never get free. There are some problems with that, which we'll see in a second in this clip. But in general, this is the type of positioning I'm super happy to see. They clump up their unholds. I throw our brother next to the unholds, so the unholds are basically there forever and never bothering me. And then I free up all my damage dealing classes to focus on the Chosen or the Warlords first. 2 other positioning things to mention. They did patch Beastmasters. Beastmasters now don't get to cast from the edge of the map anymore, so they will come forward, and they will come forward into archer range. They're still fairly tanky for archer fire, maybe double as tanky as a Necro, so you're not going to kill them super quickly, and there are 2 to 3 of them, and most of the fights you're going to be facing, and even one of them being alive is enough to control at least 4 unholds, and probably 6, but at least 4 unholds are able to be controlled by a single Beastmaster, which means killing the Beastmaster, it takes a while to kill the Beastmaster. Even if you kill one of the 2 Beastmasters, all the unholds are still contained. And finally, if the unholds are already in your lines, when they break free of the control of the Beastmasters, they still fight you. They're still hostile to you, which means that it's not all that helpful to have them breaking control. Now, they will take a ton of Chosen hits. The Chosens will basically attack the unholds if they're in range to do that, and that can be helpful. So I think there are times when killing a Beastmaster makes some sense, or killing a couple Beastmasters makes some sense, but in general, it's not all that exciting. It's now on the table as a viable strategy, whereas before it wasn't at all. So that's a nice change to this fight. I think that's a good change from the devs on the balance of this fight. But yeah, okay, so weapon-wise, I'm still happy to bring two-handers, the new throwing duelist archers seem very, very good in this. Positioning-wise, I'm trying to set up in such a way that I can direct all of my damage to the Chosen and ignore the unholds as long as possible. I'm bringing at least two shields on these big tanks up front, and the tanks have shield spec. The Chosen will be very, very happy to break shields and attack shields, so you do want to bring those extra shields if you can. And the only annoying part is just what just happened right there on the screen, perfect timing, which is the Chosen and Reavers will rotate the unholds out. I personally think this is like basically cheating from my perspective, but they will do it, and you will have to deal with that. And if your goal is to lock down the unholds as much as possible, and the Chosen are rotating them around, and then the unhold AI doesn't immediately re-engage the closest thing, it likes to flank, it likes to try to get on your back rank, it can be a little bit of a pain to deal with. So the fight becomes a lot about positioning in such a way to kill the Chosen, keeping the unholds off your back rank, and having some recourse to being hit, because you will be hit sooner or later by Chosen in general, and that's fine. One other thing to mention for loadouts. I think the whip is a super, super powerful ability, disarm. It allows you to take the most threatening enemy on the board and basically take him out of the fight for at least one round. I'm running whips now on 3 classes, my Bannerman, any of my brothers who are Cleaver spec'd, and sometimes a hybrid that is a melee plus ranged hybrid that uses whips. And I like having a couple of them in my toolkit to deal with Chosen. The single target, very high damage hits are pretty crippling otherwise. You can see right there that brother got hit by a Chosen, and it did very, very little HP damage because of the new padding attachment, which I think is super clutch for this fight. Okay, so I think that basically summarizes the changes I've made to dealing with these camps. It took these camps from a very, very scary encounter, which often resulted in lots of brothers being wounded and sometimes in party wipes, and put them in a position where certainly things can still go wrong, and certainly you can still take wounds, but it's a lot smoother, a lot less RNG for me, a lot less unpredictable. The fight structure seems to be a lot better for me these days from this, and has taken this from a scary camp to a camp that is dangerous but approachable in a way that isn't going to be just like, oh, today I lost half my team for no reason. So hopefully this is a useful update for you guys as well. I found it very, very useful, the changes I've made for Chosen. I will leave you with two clips. This clip here, the full clip with the full audio from the base one, and then another one with a slightly different loadout. There seems to be two types of super late game Chosen camps. In the same way, there's two types of super late game like Orc Warlord camps. The first is a very high number of Chosen combined with armored unholds and Beastmasters and drummers with very few Reavers. They have less total enemies in these fights, but these fights are more dangerous. And then there's the higher Reaver count, which is slightly lower Chosen count, which is slightly less dangerous in my opinion, but more enemies on the field. Anyways, guys, hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I hope the updated version of the Chosen guide will be useful for you guys in your campaigns. Thanks for watching. See you soon. If you built throwing weapon brothers in place of archers and fought at night, would that work? No. There's a lot of downsides. You don't really want to use throwing weapons at night. I don't think percent-based reductions in accuracy that only affect your units are something that you want to be going with. Okay, there's 4 fucking unholds here, so we have to move into that. So you still lose. You still take penalty to throwing weapons. It's still a ranged attack. So. Do I have tanks or not? Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's 2 white unholds, 1 there, 2 normal unholds there and there. I don't know what happens if you get the full 6. Full 6 seems super miserable. And where are we gonna start? This is open through the middle, so people are gonna start coming through there. Where are we gonna start doing damage? So archers can kill like this guy or something, and maybe this guy, but we've got a fuck ton of Chosen coming through here. I think we want to get in like here. Cleavers are pretty good versus Chosen. So are hammers, though. Maybe I send those 2 north and send the hammer, Death Dancy, and Sorin middle here. Alright, let's just start picking this guy off. You know, or my archers could just shoot a couple warning shots in front of the snow for no fucking reason whatsoever. Amazing. I want to be there actually with this guy. Here, there. That seems okay. Let's go there. You're good. Guess you're okay. We're gonna go to here. Up to there, I think. And there. Alright. They're wasting these javelins. We gotta go kill some Reavers. No, this is the worst, man. When they fucking rotate the unholds, it's the worst. Both those unholds are free now. God, that sucks. That one we can kill. The other one is unkillable. So many Chosen. 4, 7. That's a Reaver? No, that's a Chosen. The Reavers are on the top. All the chosen are in the middle. So it's 4, 7, 8, 9 chosen, I think. Turn done. Jesus, do we want to walk over there? Oh. God damn. If you killed that, it would have been great. Stunned. No! Can disarm, I guess. It's a 2-turn stun too. Well, we had the unholds nicely controlled, and then the barbarians did it. So we might actually not be. It might not be correct to move into the unholds. It might be correct to just back up 1 or 2 turns to try to get the unholds ahead of them or spread out in some way. Wow, nice shots. Double miss. No obstructions, 3 tiles away. Double miss. Feels really fucking bad. Is he stunned again? Is that what just happened? No, he's got hit with days. That's interesting though. No wound. That seems to be testing that armor. First hit, no wound off the mace seems really nice. I wish my brothers would hit something. It's like the 4th consecutive miss. Both the unholds are free though. So maybe can get in here, start killing this chosen. Presumably chosen are going to show up there and there. So this is the tile I want. He's staggered. Fuck. Alright, so we lose this position next turn. Feels bad. Needed adrenaline. I think we have to disarm again here. Always hits head. The turns are all done. Could throw a taunt here. Taunt on the axe, maybe. Alright, let's see. What is it question marking? They missed. Oh, it just went out of order. Did their initiative go down or something? Like, why are they sometimes failing their control now when they're in perfect range? Alright. This is still scary. So I got thrown back this turn by the one unhold, and then stun charged by the other one to lose my entire turn? That's shitty. Alright, what are we trying to kill? This guy, right? Double... One hit, one miss. That's good. Or Cleaver fucking doing work versus Chosen. That was Execute too. Okay, he's just stealthed. But there's an unhold loose now. There. It's the white unhold too. Can only move one tile and disarm. Probably this Chosen again. One tile closer, probably. Oh, it should be that fucking axe. Alright, so Death Dancy's actually going to get a turn again, which is nice, because we know where he wouldn't. Stamina's pretty limited at the moment. But he's staggered for next turn. We're dazed. Wears off this turn. I would love to kill this Reaver. There's no way that happens. So this is just an Indom pass. Only target we can hit is the unhold. This is the squishier unhold, so that's okay. Okay getting thrown. I'm not okay. I'm okay getting thrown. I guess the Reaver's rotating in isn't a big deal. It's if a Chosen can rotate in. Alright, so what are we doing with Hats on Fire? Could scoot over one and try to kill there with the bow. I am gonna need damage on these Chosen. There's 3 in here. We can't project on well because of the fucking unhold. Let's try bow kill here. And then 4 attacks there, but Orange is pretty nimble. I think we want to go there and lock these guys in. Alright. I have attacks here. We're not actually locked in there. I could move in, do a bone plating for the first hit, although no guarantee which one of those goes first. We need someone to control this fucking unhold. Could go there to set up to kill this guy next turn. Is kind of appealing too. Just worried I won't go ahead of him. Do I want to adrenaline here? Guy's already staggered. We're gonna go ahead of him. I don't think I need to. Okay. I need like bags and belts on my tanks these days because of the number of times they break my shields. It's absolutely absurd. Alright. It's a good start. Actually wanted to hit that guy twice. Just lost our turn here to the fucking unhold. Amazing. So annoying. Bow kill there makes a lot of sense, but I think I want to kill there. And then... That was a nice hit. Is that a headshot? Yeah. Two-shotting chosen when you hit one in the head is pretty good. So that would damage buff him. Where's the other unhold? There. It's about to go too. Okay, he's unstealthed. Did knock me away again? Of course he knocked me away again. Try to position with these fucking things in the game. It's literally impossible. Down to 6% on our orc heavy shield. With shield spec. With the second shield now. We went through a full hit point heater shield and back on this one. So much shield damage. Alright, we need to kill there. That's not a kill. Doesn't even look like a kill. Might have to adrenaline there. Really? Headshot, not kill him? I guess we have another attack there, but it's really disappointing. Go. Walk there with an indom. Yeah, I like that they're happy. I'm happy if they break shields eventually, but eventually I need the guy to end with the shield while we end. So maybe I need to be running 2 orc shields going into that. Okay, we can't let these guys get caught. Billy being caught's bad enough. Hat's on fire. Needs to not be caught by unholds. Actually, right there to kill that guy next turn. Well, the unhold charges in there to kill the... Let's go there. Alright, white chocolate. We have a disarm. Probably there. So like a single throw followed by a disarm. No, it's not a fucking whip. God damn it. Disarm would have been good there. Could walk in here with an indom. Hold him in place. I really need this thing not running around. Could walk in there and kill it. I am worried about him. Kind of want to go first here. Maybe we just indom, take half the damage because they'll both hit us. Then actually get an attack off. Might be better. Can't do both. Alright. How can we predict that the unhold will throw us over? It's so fucking annoying. Alright, so this is for jabs here. Missed one though. Although he has no shield, with this is pretty useless. I might be able to kill that with this goblin sword. It's possible. technically held in place right now. Alright, white chocolate. Throwing axe is probably slightly better. I can get one shot and a throw there. I can get a throw, then a I can't throw, then disarm because I've got the wrong fucking weapon equipped. Disarming that guy seems pretty good. Alright, fight that unhold. This is the weaker of the ones, so that's fine. Don't want Sunbeam next to it or trapped by it. Think we want to come down this way and help kill that Chosen next. Both disarmed. I care which one goes first. Not sure. Alright. Displacing skills having a cooldown is an interesting idea. Oh look, we're stunned again. He ran all the way around the back and stunned us. What a bro. Goblin sword. Kicking ass. I'm really liking this armor piercing absorb. It's actually been really good for wounds. It's really reducing the number of wounds by a huge portion. Like not every attack is wounding our brothers now, which is really good for any sustained fight versus Chosen. Probably bow him from here. Wow. The archers are actually very good here. I'm going to be remaking the how to beat Chosen because I think this is the answer. I think the javelin archers are doing a really good job. Getting tanks in front of the unholds is really important, and having just a fair number of disarm across the team seems really good. And then just weapons that do a lot of base damage to the health seems very strong versus them. Oh, and the padding's great. They need to hit. Yeah, but they're hitting. This guy's been hit a couple times. This guy's been hit a couple times, and neither of them have been wounded, and they were taking wounds earlier in the playthrough. So. Alright, so we have attacks here. I don't think it matters very much. What are we doing for it? Hats on fire. Which weapon systems we have left? Javelin and bow. Try to get some damage over there, I guess. From where here? Okay. I think the mod lets you play 18 brothers in the field. Sounds not fun. To me. Don't really want to do damage into this. Just might let it bash us around a little bit, sure.
Quitters never win.
You should tell the barbarians that the unholds need better dental care. No wonder they're so angry all the time.
Thank you, Tiny, for the resub.
Our modest
Welcome back.
fellowship expands.
Kratox with the
Praise
sub.
the sub.
Thank you. Let's hope we can kill that guy. White chocolate has a bow left.
Quitters never win.
Not enough stamina to fire it twice, apparently. Goblin sword kind of kicked ass. Unhold there, we want to hit. Alright, start the hammer on this guy. Seems good. Sunhold's running. You're not allowed to run. Okay. Yep, one of the unholds cloaked. They get that at day 200 or something. They're very technologically advanced race, the unholds. No axes. Could double whip though. He could be throwing everyone around, I guess. Alright, so we're through his armor, so bow shots actually make some sense now. We are bow spec'd on, these are archers. Yeah, I like this. The javelin archer kind of like bridges the hybrid archer kind of divide. So I think the next thing we got to figure out is actual way to use pole arms again that don't suck. Oh shit, there's a guy there I didn't kill. I forgot to kill. Oops. Does make me feel a little bit bad about giving up Fearsome though. This is like the only build, not Fearsome, the only build Headhunter was good on. That and I guess Axe Duelist. Alright. I think this combination of changes has done it. I mean, we're pretty late in the game, so it's not perfect because, like, you know, granted, these guys are all super high level and whatnot, but they are cultists with mediocre backgrounds and stats. We have some very good weapons in here, but not all of them. We're not running like super fancy armors. Most of these armors are 285s. I think it was in part the equipment and strategy change. At least we hope so. Alright, is that all the unholds? There's no like stealth ones. There's only one guy left. I think it's the Beastmaster. Okay. Alright, how many unholds? 1, 2, it's 8, only 18 here total. Fair number of chosen. I think they're harder. So there's like two camps like this. In the same way there's two camps of orcs. The orcs can have either the extremely high number of orc young or the extremely high number of so that's interesting. That is a go adrenaline tank for the rest of the time. I actually was going to move back, but I'm not going to anymore. As I was saying, The chosen camps can have one of two types. They can either have heavy chosen with almost no reaver support, or kind of a mix of reavers and chosen. And the pure chosen camp is much more dangerous. Alright, so where are we likely to be puncturing? Middle? Alright, most dangerous chosen, axe chosen, followed by hammer chosen. Mace chosen are probably the most annoying. I think we want to move one closer. Their turn done. Their turn is done. Could move in and actually start swinging in here. Makes some sense. Already fired with the archers. Could get them closer and get the jav tossing. I want to move forward and disarm though. I think which means I want to go forward here. All right. We want Care Bear up here for the unhold. Don't want to be beat on by two brothers there. I think I want to move in here to attack this target. Maybe we tank a little bit. He's got very high melee defense. Do we move ahead of them? We've already waited one round. We probably don't go ahead of them, even though we're super lightweight. They're not very fatigued yet. Problem is they can cycle in 4 attacks on Orange. All 4 of those chosen can hit this tile. It's a good indom. Alright. I want to puncture here. Can we get there? Actually could. Try the triple puncture right here going first. Could still get hit there. What's the fucking point of that build if we don't do stuff like that, right? Could walk there. Just tank it. Alright, and then there with the disarm. Okay. Alright, so here, tie up the unholds, call it a day. We'll hit this one, hopefully go first. They can cycle down there, but we're going to go ahead of him now because he's staggered. So we can probably kill and maybe even kill that one. I'm going to wait on this guy. He's wearing the wrong armor. He's wearing non-absorb armor. That sucks. Okay, let's try the triple puncture. Missed one of them, unfortunately. Probably going to end adrenaline there. Okay, that's fine. Don't care about that at all. Alright, we'd like to get in range for puncturing. Probably that tile. Alright, happy to go here. Start swinging on that guy. More chosen. This broke his shield. Let's get down south for these guys. Alright, can kill here. Presumably killed there. Ooh, might be able to kill that guy. Hey, look at that. Teamwork. Okay, I will have to deal with this in a moment. Are their turns all done? Their turns are done. I want Care Bear to walk up there and hold that down. I think we can wait here. Could voice again. Consider that in a moment. Alright, so Axon 10. We gotta wait for him to use his thing. Turn is done. You don't have to go first there, that's fine. See, what I think's gonna happen here, we've already gone for it. I'm pretty sure if we Adrenaline here, the fact that Chosen's passed his turn means it's planning to Adrenaline. And I'm pretty sure it goes ahead of us anyways. I don't know what determines that. It's not the order you use it in. Because I've tried that. It feels like this should always put you in the beginning of the next turn order. The last person to use it should always go first, but that hasn't been the case. I think it's initiative. I think Adrenaline is broken by initiative tiebreakers, right? Initiative's only 32 on this brother. So he's gonna go first anyways, and we're gonna disarm him. Alright. So there, plus Indom. We'd like some Javelin help. Not really in a position to do it. Maybe down here a little bit. Killing the Chosen so fast right now. Guess we need a little bit of help down that way. Okay. Can actually move in and swing on this guy. I was gonna Adrenaline everybody, but this is better. Okay, and we're gonna disarm there. This is homie chop. I don't think it makes sense to swing. Could get closer. Okay. Went first, sure. Three turns, 9 turns. Disarming that's worthwhile. Fail. Alright, he's already gone. This guy is not gone 9 turns. Can we kill him before then? 16-10. Very unlikely. We might be able to get damage buff off killing this guy. The fuck was that? He was at 1 health when you hit him the last time. Feels bad. Okay. They should not be allowed to rotate unholds. It's so stupid. It makes it impossible to tank a position. Because even if you have the unhold totally isolated except on one guy with Indom, they can move from anywhere, rotate it, and then break your position again. It's so stupid. Makes me grumpy how stupid it is. We stopped missing Darple. It's the second one in a row. Is that a drunk miss too? No. So he doesn't want to be standing next to an unhold. Unholds will do damage to this guy. Kind of needs Pathfinder. Maybe we should not have taken Killing Frenzy and taken Pathfinder to move around on this shit. I'm not sure. Pretty sure he's going to die, so I think this is irrelevant. I think we're probably going to wait and then attack it with the Cleaver. So that just kills. Probably need to recover there. Make him go last next round. Seems good. Don't think there's a point in Care Bear doing anything right now. Just recover. Cover, Adrenaline, pass. Get there to kill this guy. He's going to die pretty quick with the axe. We can kill him in full next turn though. So set up to do that. I'm going to go first here to hit that Chosen. Don't need to go first there. And we can pull out the Cleaver and start on this guy. Okay. Oh, we got a zombie chosen. There we go. Could you hit something, Darple? I don't think zombie chosen rotate, but maybe. Okay, hit us in the head, but in Dom. She didn't take damage from, didn't take a wound from that. Kind of surprised. All right, we're gonna murder you guys. Yeah, or cleaver duelist late game. It's a thing. Okay, I did get knocked back. I hit in the head again, annoyingly. Alright, what are we doing here? Bows. Okay, axe to help over there seems reasonable. Where? Top? Yeah, probably top. There's so much armor to get through without one of the hammers down there. I mean, this does literally nothing. All the chosen are dead. What happened to our chosen zombie? Did he not move last turn? Like, what did he do? I want to kill this thing. I knew Darpo was going to miss. I just predicted it ahead of time. He's moving in. Good zombie. Can move in and swing over here. I just set up to allow them to shoot it with the archers. I think I'm going to go down here. We're going to get thrown around. Maybe just wait a turn. What are you doing? All the chosen are dead. You go run after these guys, I guess. Can actually catch the Beastmaster if we adrenaline. I mean, honestly, who doesn't hate the Beastmaster just sitting back there being pains in our asses? Good. Such monstrous tanks. Zombie chosen almost died in one hit from that unhold. Finally, Darple. Finally. He can't move an attack either. He does reduced AP. It's a bummer. Do we want to go first here? I don't think we care. Rather not spend the stam. It's not even about Pathfinder. It's just they don't have the AP to do anyways. It's 4 to attack. Zombies have 6 AP. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Right, if they had Pathfinder, they can move on snow. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you now. It's like so close to being good. It needs another damage modifier. We need a better dagger. The map with only snow terrain warrant taking Pathfinder. If you ask me the same about only swamp terrain, the answer would be yes. I'm not entirely certain about only snow. I have to think about it. Dude, he hit him. First time zombie. First hit from our zombie bros. Should be focusing on the one that's alive. Or unbroken, rather. He's gonna be a zombie bro till he steals my kill, then he'll be the worst zombie ever. He's just double missed. Oh no! Alright. You can kill him, it's okay. We wounded a white unhold. What is this sorcery? Okay. Close to being a thing, just a few adjustments. No, maybe. Oh man, it's close to being a thing. I don't know what adjustments we'd make to make it not shit.